Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with a preview and prediction on tonight's game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver Canucks. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. Come and get the Raymond Report today at atsstats.com. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the game of the night, and that's the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Colorado Avalanche. And I'm going to do a little bit of handicapping using the Raymond Report sports betting tip sheet to give you guys some insight on the way this tip sheet works and how to use it, and how you can use some of the other tools to complement and go find other indicators to help you make a solid selection on your games you're handicapping. All right, so Colorado going in tonight. This is interesting. Minus 114 is the line, but if you shop around, I bet you're going to find Colorado as the favorite, so this could flip around a bit. So 114, 6.5 is the total. Looking at the last 10 games, Colorado, big win last night. They're on a 4-game win streak last night. Right now, in fact, they were 2-1 down in the first period, and they came back and scored, I believe it was like 5 goals in the third period. It was 6-2 all of a sudden, and now they're on a 4-game win streak, and they're 7-3 straight up the last 10, 6-4 in the puck line, but 3-7 to the under, right? So that's interesting. That's why your Kogo is a little bit high here at 56%. Kogo's the percentage play, chance of game going over the total. Now the percentage play of who's going to win based on other previous games going back to 1996. That for the exact situation both these teams are in, and I'll show you how we get that. So if you go to your dashboard and you go to the NHL Lite version of the Raymond Report, and let's say we go to that same game, let's go to Detroit against Colorado, and what you want to do is scroll right down to the bottom. Like, you look at the coming off situation. So Colorado coming off a road win, coming off a 4-game win streak, coming off an over, 6 games goals for, 2 goals against, a 4-goal win. And same thing for Vancouver. They're coming off a home win, a 4-game win streak, and so on and so forth. What we do in the Raymond Report is we go look back to 1996 and go get 2 teams that were in the exact situation these guys are in tonight, and look at the percentage play: 56.5, 54.5. So really tight on the percentage play. Now the value index, you can see here we had plus 121 and minus 114. A little bit of opposite here. So we had Vancouver, Colorado as the value favorite in this one. So if you like value, you're getting it tonight with the Colorado Avalanche. And here's another tool I like to use. It's the PVI SOS, the Parity Value Strength of Schedule. And what we do here is we look at what Colorado's record is against teams that have a record of 60% or higher, which we classify as A-type teams. And you can see they don't do well on the road against those type of teams. 2-6 straight up, 3-5 against the number, 5-3 to the over, while Vancouver is 3-3. 4-2 on the puck line against those A-type teams, and 1-5 to the under. So be careful right there. Maybe the totals where you want to lean this one. I think this is a coin flip. This might be an overtime game. Vancouver is 21-9 at home this season, while Colorado, a losing record. Look at this Jekyll and Hyde type team. And this is another thing I like about the Raymond Report, is that you want to take a look at how teams do on the road and at home to see what kind of characters. That's why I call them the Jekyll and Hyde teams, right? They're Jekyll at home, but they hide on the road. 15-19 straight up, 20-14 to the over. And for the Canucks, look at that, 21-9, 21-15 on the road. So what you see, what you get with Vancouver, but what you see is not what you get with Colorado on the road. So last night, probably an anomaly for the Avalanche to win that game, because it was added character for them to have a big blowout win against a pretty good Calgary Flames team, right? So days rest, anytime the Colorado Avalanche are on the road on 1 day's rest, they're 2-2, or 0 days rest, sorry. No days rest. They're 2-2 straight up, 2-2 against the number, 3-1 to the over. Now, Vancouver's on 3 days rest at home. They've never been in this situation this year, but there have been other teams this year, and the other teams that are home on 3 days rest, they're 33-35 on the season, 29-39. This is what we call a system play. 32-35-1. So you got a team system and a league system. Now the team system here, the T, that's for team, which Vancouver's never been in that situation. A league system is when any other NHL team's been in the exact situation on 3 days rest at home, and that's the record right there. So no, so here's the thing, right? You get a numbers that are pretty balanced, 33-35, 29-30. Yeah, that might favor the road team right there a bit more, 32-35. Now, some will say, well, I like this number because it leans more towards the play against. But, at the end of the day, it's you against the bookmaker, right? And if we know this, they know this. So what are they doing with the line to counter it? Looking at the last 7 games, goals against. Look at that, 1.6 last 5 games for Vancouver. 2 goals against for Colorado. So you know what? Maybe the under is where you want to go in this one. Last time these two teams met was on February 20th, and it was a 3-1 victory for Colorado. So a game that went under. This one had 7 goals. This one had 5, 6, 7, 4, 6. So pretty balanced right there. And let me see anything here sticking out. The over-unders. So again, league system trends, team system trends. If you see a O or a U in this, that's team. If you see one over here, that's league. See, that's a league system trend of 17-9. So teams that are on the road before playing Edmonton the last 3 years, 17-9-1 to the over. And for Colorado, Vancouver, wow, look at all the check marks here. Anytime Vancouver's at home against a total 6.5, 18-7 versus non-division opponents, 15-6. Man, a lot of good stats here for Vancouver Canucks. So the lean right now is Vancouver on the side, but I kind of like the under. But you know what? It might be a stay away game. When you got 2 teams that are really balanced like this, and you got all these indicators, it's really tough, right? Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing I saw right there. Last 45 days at home for Vancouver, 1-5. And when you get teams right now going in the month of March, they got to start thinking playoffs, right? And a guy like Tockett's going to probably say, hey, guys, you know what? We got the playoffs coming there in a few weeks, maybe 6 weeks or so. We got to start thinking defensive play because those playoff games are going to be tight. So you know what? This could be a playoff type atmosphere tonight, and I think the under is where you want to go. I'm going to show you another thing that I love to do is so both these teams. Okay, let me write this down here. So Vancouver's coming off a 5-0 win and 6-2 for Colorado. So what I like to do here is I go to my dashboard, and this has been a really good effective tool for me to use. So I go to my super database, I go to NHL, and what I'm looking for, let's go road underdogs, all right, coming off a game where they allowed 2 goals against, right? They allowed 2 goals against last night, and they scored 6 goals for. What do those teams in the past have done in this situation, right? So 6 goals for, and we'll do current season. And you know how many 6-2 goals games have we gone this year, right? Probably not that many, less than 10, I bet you. Yeah, see, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 on the puck line. So I like to get 10 occurrences, but we only got 5 right there. Home favorite, all right. So they're coming off a game where they won 5-0? I said, and they scored 5 goals for. And how many 5-0 games this year? Wow, look at that, 3-0. So yeah, you know what? I think Vancouver is the play here tonight. I kind of like the under a bit, but again, this is why we're watching the show, is you got to do your homework. But for me, if I had to play this game here tonight, I would lean to Vancouver or the under. You know, it's just one of those 2 things I kind of like. But again, I know I'm sitting on the fence on this one, but I got to find more indicators, right? And you know what? Let me go to my NHL here to see if I have any stats or trends to lean me or take me off the fence here on the side or the total. No matter what, I like Vancouver and I like the under. Yeah, you know what? Look at the under, 1-5 against those A-type teams. And Talk is probably thinking playoff type game, right? Let me see any other system trends. All right, when you got any team as a home team last 4 years on 3 days rest versus a conference opponent coming off a home win as a favorite, 13-3 straight up, but 9-7 to the over. So, you know, when you get all these, it's like going to court and you're trying to make a case for your client, right? Do I make a case for the side or the total? And right now, you know what, probably lean towards the Vancouver Canucks. All right. Hopefully I help you with that. If not, confuse you a little bit more. But yeah, Vancouver under is where I would lean in this one here tonight. And that, my friends, is how you use the Raymond Report tip sheet. And you can get it today at atsstats.com. Cheers.